more Hellblade 2 if we're going to get some of that, because when we saw that trailer at the Game Awards and we were sitting in that theater and that music kicked in and rocked everyone's socks, I was really impressed with that and seeing what the hardware could kind of do in engine there. I'm a sucker for FromSoft games. My heart's going to be broken when we don't see Elden Ring today, but it's been so long since it was announced. I need to see it somewhere and see that it still exists. And as long as I get a good world premiere, I'll be happy.
Oh, wait. We got the world premiere voice guy actually doing the voice here when we come to our first world premiere.
So it's Christmas.
I'm here to take care of you. But yes, as you said, everyone would love to see Elden Ring. Everyone would love to see new game announcements too. You mentioned Halo. Lauren, is that the big thing for you? Like seeing Halo, what are you excited to see?
No. So I feel like Halo was like my first introduction into like first-person shooter games and why I should not play them because I'm horrible at them. But that was like my first. It holds a special place in my heart because like that was the first time realizing I was terrible at them. I'm really excited. I'm big into like psychological horror games. So the medium, I really, really want to see more about. I want to see gameplay. They haven't told us a whole lot about it, but I'm living for it. Like the Silent Hill music, everything, and Everwild is the other one I'm really interested for, like to see more about because both of those are kind of a mystery. I haven't seen much on them.
Oh, that's great because as you said, there are lots of other games across the studios. Everwild that they teased last year at EXO from Rare looked really interesting. I agree. Hopefully, we'll get to see something on that. Tim Schafer's got Psychonauts that they acquired that studio. Hopefully there'll be an update on that one. And they said Microsoft's got so many studios, so many games across the portfolio that I think we'll get hopefully some new game announcements and also some updates on those existing ones. Austin, you are one of the few people I think in the world that got to check out Series X. I remember you did you got to check out Gears, how that was looking on the hardware and everything like that. So you have a really interesting perspective on this. What do you want to see at Xbox today?
So, I mean, I love the nerdy details, right? I want to see the 120 FPS and the HDR and all the ray tracing. I'm really interested in seeing kind of like what this next generation is able to do as far as pushing the envelope forward, right? I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be all over Halo. I really want to see what they're able to do, especially considering that that's going to be a game that will be on Xbox One and sort of assuming PC and Series X and kind of seeing how they're able to stretch that. And I'm definitely a huge fan of the Forza franchise, right? I mean, that's sort of been really, you look back at the Xbox One generation for me, I have definitely spent more time playing for the Forza games as well as the Horizon games more than anything else, right? So that's definitely has like a special place in my heart from the gaming side. But what I'm really curious about is getting a really good look at kind of what this new slate of titles look like, right? I mean, obviously we know that there are a bunch of games that are coming out sort of holiday season. I'm assuming we're probably going to see some games kind of teased for the next maybe year or two or whatever the case is. But I really want to see a good sense of what the Xbox Series X is capable of, right? I've seen little bits and pieces. I got to try a couple of tech demos. I know the specs. I know all the kind of the basic stuff. But what I really want to do is kind of see how all of that comes together and brings what this next generation is all about.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. It's, they keep saying how powerful this console is. Like we want to see that power, right? And see what this is able to do. And Microsoft's philosophy on Xbox that Phil Spencer has expressed is, a little bit different than PlayStation. They're saying that all these games are going to show you today conceivably will still work on your current Xbox, will work on PC, and they might, they work better on the new Xbox. But I'm curious for you guys, how does that affect your sort of decision on what you're going to do with Xbox? Like what's going to cause you to want to upgrade to the next system? Because it's different that, Halo, as you said, will work probably on, if you have an Xbox right now, it'll work on the current system. So I assume part of what they have to show today is why it's going to be even better on the next one.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think for
definitely what I expect.
Yeah, I think for me, what I like most about the Xbox that kind of sits in my house is like we always get Sony with their exclusives, and I would love to see some really cool exclusives come out of Microsoft today. It's the thing that people keep talking about all the time. But I love the kind of home entertainment aspect of my Xbox. I love the kind of UI and the speed of the system and kind of sitting down. I use it for everything. I only use my PlayStation for gaming, but I really use my Xbox for almost everything. I watch Netflix on it. I watch movies and I play my 4K Blu-rays and everything on it because my PlayStation couldn't do that. So I'm really curious to see how they evolve kind of the OS of the system and make it snappier and faster, and how you're able to switch between games on the fly and being able to have all of those old games be playable on the new one. They keep talking about backwards compatibility a lot and how that's a big factor for them. And I'm curious to see how far that goes and how many games you can really play with that and how far they're pushing it. And stuff like Game Pass has come out, and it's kind of a game changer, because there's so many times when I just go on and I don't want to buy a new game, but Game Pass is a good way of kind of trying it out and testing it and just downloading it there and playing straight away. And I really love that aspect. So I want to see how far they push that. And xCloud, I think, is what their trump card will be this time, at least for me personally, the way I consume the media on my Xbox.
Yeah, no, I think that, as you said, the Game Pass is another big part of it. That, you know, a lot of these games now come out as part of Game Pass. I think Microsoft has said kind of all their first-party titles are in Game Pass, and that, I think, lets people sample more games. Right? It's no longer like you have to spend $60 to play everything. Austin, I wanted to ask you about the specs and the, you know, the frame rates and all that type of stuff. You know, you live in the world of tech and, you know, RDNA architectures and whatnot. Like, what do you think? What does that all mean to the gamers? Like, how do you think the games are going to be different, or what are the things we should look for here in you know, ray tracing and things like that? Like, what do you think are going to be some of the big leaps that we're going to see in some of these games, hopefully today?
So I think the interesting way of looking at sort of the previous generation, sort of Xbox One, PS4, going into this new generation, is that it's a much more well-rounded package, right? So you look at something like the Xbox Series X, spec-wise, it is equivalent to a very high-end gaming PC. That's not something we've seen in the console space for a long time, right? You look at the Xbox One, it had good graphics, right? It was able to provide some really impressive games. You look at something like Red Dead 2 running on an original Xbox One. It's really impressive that that was able to be sort of accomplished. But the thing is, this generation with the Series X, we have not only the SSD, which I think people are going to very quickly get used to, not minute load times, but, you know, a few second load times. But also you have that really powerful CPU, which is going to enable these bigger open worlds, sort of more interesting looking physics. And then you have on the graphics side, not only sort of more detailed things, and I think the higher frame rates are something that, especially as more and more TVs are developing that sort of tech, that people are going to really start to appreciate. But also these new features like ray tracing, right? Which are just going to help ground these worlds in a much more sort of realistic sort of location. Like, I guess for me, it's more about making the console a much more complete package, right? You're not sort of sacrificing because you're on your PC versus your Xbox or anything. Like, you're going to be getting a very similar level of performance. And in a lot of cases, something like the Series X is going to be significantly more powerful than any other gaming device in your home.
Yep. All right. Well, hopefully we're going to get to see some of that. Lauren, you get the last word here. Anything you're hoping is a surprise today? You talked about some of the games we know about, like the Medium and Everwild. Anything that you're secretly hoping they show here in some way?
You know, I was looking yesterday to see if there was anything I could think of that like they could surprise me with. I've personally been more of like PC gamer, PlayStation. So if they can surprise me and pull me in with more like Xbox exclusives. I mean, Game Pass has been a game changer for me. I've been using that a lot lately. So just like bringing me into that ecosystem, if they can do that, like then they've surprised me. So
no, and that's part of what they're trying to do here. Is you said, you know, you can play all this stuff on your PC, you can play, you know, on your phone via xCloud, and like, you know, bringing more games to more people. So as you said, hopefully we'll see a bunch of games today, right? And we know Halo is going to be a big focus, but obviously they've got a lot of other things to fill out that hour. All right, well, thanks, Lauren, Austin, and Jack. We will see you guys later. We'll all be watching live, and we do have some special world premieres throughout this show. We've got a number. I think we've got over, I think, a half dozen things we're going to show you guys over the next 45 minutes here to give you a little preview of some stuff that will be coming to Xbox now with this world premiere announcement. Check it out.
World premiere.
You're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
Know this. The Luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm.
A hero will surely arise to take the sword in hand once more.
どうも、ゲームデザイナーの堀裕二です。1986年に 日本で第一作目となるドローンクエストというロールプレイングゲームを発売して今年で34周年を迎えました。今回シリーズ本編最新作のドローンクエスト 11S が Xbox プラットフォームで発売され、さらにゲームパスにも登場します。なんと Xbox にドローンクエスト
What's
が
up,
初登場
everyone?
ということで
We are
僕も大
actually
変嬉しく思います。
live.
今日
Well,
は皆さん
we've
に
been
ド
live,
ローンクエ
but
スト 11S の
I just
魅
haven't
力
been
を
on the screen
紹介
yet.
して
But
い
we're
きたい
good
と
now.
思います。
I'm actually gonna jump off the screen real quick because there's a cable hanging in front of the.
自分自身が主人公になって
I don't know if
魅
you
力
can
あ
see
ふ
it,
れる
but
仲間
that's
と
gonna
共に
bug me.
世界を救う壮大な冒険の旅に出ます。冒険の舞台
All
は
right.
突然
So
達者というさまざまな地形
looks
が
like they're
広大
showing
な
off.
世界です。
Looks like they're showing off. Dragon
街は
Quest
武器を買ったり
11,
クエストを受けたりできる冒険の拠点です。
which has
重要な話も
already
聞け
been
るでしょう。
out and I thought was already out on Xbox, which is interesting. If you're here, let me know in the chat real quick
戦
because
士や魔法使い、盗賊、舞踏家など
it just
キャラ
shut
クターの
itself
特徴
down
を
and I
生かし
had
た
to restart
シリ
that
ーズで
too,
ございます
so it's not showing me anything unless you literally commented about 5 seconds
可愛い
ago.
ものから恐ろ
Um,
しいものまで多くのモンスターがいます。
so just go ahead and say
今戦闘しているスライム
hey
は
or
一作目から登場している
poop
人気者なん
or
ですよ。
something. I don't care. Adam is currently. I'll shut up in a little bit and let you actually watch the games. But this one's already been released, so I'm not quite sure what the deal with this is. But anyway, Adam is currently searching for NECA toys right now. Pretty sure he's trying to find Ninja Turtles and some Gremlins toys that were exclusives that only came out on stores for like a couple days, so he's trying to get those real quick and then he'll be over.
There you go, Dragon Quest coming for the first time to Xbox, and now we're gonna get right into another world premiere. This is a brand new game announcement. A smaller team and studio that has a new
I'm gonna turn
title
up the
to
sound for you
announce,
guys a little bit.
today on the pre-show. So take a look at this.
Different than it was when we were doing the tests. Wish you could do a test stream in order to get everything correct.
All right, that's Exomecha, a brand new free-to-play game coming in late 2021, and that's a first look at that. We do have more new games and some cool stuff. We've got something very cool to wrap up the pre-show as our last premiere that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So stick around. And of course, at the top of the hour, we're going to get a look at a lot of the first-party games from Microsoft, including the world gameplay debut of Halo Infinite. Right now, though, we're going to turn to our second panel to preview what we're hoping, all our hopes and dreams for Xbox today. Joining me first off is Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. Aaron, you ready for blanks?
Oh, dude, you're way ahead of me, brother. I was all blinked up, and you just brought the heat, man.
You've been waiting all summer for this moment. Well, the time sweeper returned. All right, good to have you with us, Aaron. We've got Danny O'Dwyer from No Clip. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm just really happy for Aaron to get his blinks. He's been waiting for was it a month since we talked on PlayStation? Forget all these new studios and all these new games that all their acquisitions are going to do. It's all about the blinks.
Bring back the time sweeper, right? That's clearly the closer of the show, right? You must know something. And finally, we've got Alana Pierce joining us. Hey, Alana.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. All right, you're all chipper. We're ready to go. This is Xbox Day. Going to be hopefully some excitement for all of us with what Xbox has in store. So we joked about Blinks, but Xbox has a lot of franchises, a lot of history in gaming over the past 20 years. I'm going to open with the same question I had for the last panel. What are your hopes? What are your expectations? What do you want to see from Xbox in this next hour that's going to, convince you that they've got a lot of great stuff and, charting the future of gaming? Aaron, let's take Blinks off the table. Beyond that, what else can they do for you today?
Well, if I'm going to be honest, man, I want to know what the heck's going on with Exomecha, because that, I was not expecting something like that, and holy
That's
crap.
A Transformer action?
That appealed to my 80s, early 90s culture mind. I was just like, it's just big silver robots punching each other, and there's a robot dragon, I guess, that breathes fire. Great, I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, so Exomecha clearly at the top of the pile. They've already won you over. Danny, you visit a lot of studios around the world when we can. Hear about them, hear their stories. NoClip, you do some incredible documentaries. From your perspective, what does Xbox have to do today? What do you want to see in this hour showcase?
Well, we've had Microsoft, doing a lot of acquisitions over the past couple of years, and a lot of studios that were sort of working on games, perhaps, or working on smaller games for them. So I think what I'm excited for today is for a bunch of those studios to maybe show something off. So one studio we visited earlier this year was Obsidian, who were working on Grounded. They've been acquired by Microsoft in the interim, or just prior to that. So I'm interested to see if we'll see what everyone hopes, which is a big budget Obsidian role-playing game. That's kind of on my top list of things I'd like to see. And then the other one is what's happened to Fable. Obviously, in the past couple of, Lionhead isn't around anymore. There's a lot of rumor that Playground, who work on the Forza series, may have sort of taken up the mantle on that. It's been rumored that they've been working on some sort of open world role-playing game as well. So those are kind of the two that I'm looking to see. And just anything else from the rest of their acquisitions, like Double Fine. I'm sure they're a small team, so I'm sure they're not running multiple projects, but you never know. Maybe they're an early concept phase on something.
No, I think RPGs is a great genre, right? Where it's like Xbox has done lots of action games, but doing RPG stuff, I think, is an opportunity for them to show some great stuff in the RPG genre. Alana, what's I know you've been fan of Gears. You've been fans of you're excited about Cyberpunk that's coming out. That obviously will be on all systems, but on Xbox as well. What do you want to see from Team Xbox this morning?
Also Blinks. No, I'm kidding. I love Fable. I really want a new Fable. Like Danny said, it's rumored that Playground Games are working on it, and I buy that rumor. They hired a lot of people from a lot of studios known for making really big games, including Rockstar and Guerrilla. So I really, really, really want to see Fable. I love that world, and I feel like there's something so pleasant about a British RPG, like the humor captured in the original Fable game. I just love so much, and obviously Peter Molyneux would no longer be attached, so that changes things, but that's what I really, really want. Also really obviously excited to see more Halo. I'm very curious to see if any of the Perfect Dark rumors hold up, because I also love Perfect Dark. But to get away from games hype, I really want to know more about xCloud. I'm kind of hoping that we hear a little bit about xCloud and what they're planning to do with that in the future after that Game Pass announcement, which is super exciting. So those are my big three.
No, I think you're right. There's such an interesting story there around what's happening with Xbox Live, with Game Pass, this idea of, having the, a subscription sort of approach, right? Versus buying $60 games time and again. It seems like part of Microsoft's approach is, very Netflix-like, and that you're going to sort of get all these games, all this content. And that'll mean big games, but also, potentially smaller games that people are more likely to sample, which I think is, a huge opportunity here to see a diversity of content. That, there'll be some stuff for the super core gamers, but maybe some stuff that's a little broader in its appeal too. Let's talk about Halo. They've done a very good job over the past week, hyping everyone up around, Master Chief's return. Seems like a bit of a spiritual reboot in a way of Halo. I mean, we saw the kind of key art, the box art yesterday, which was like very reminiscent of the original Halo Combat Evolved. We know we're going to see the campaign today. We saw think it was last year at E3, we saw kind of we've actually past 2 E3s, we saw kind of teaser assets for Infinite. Originally, we saw kind of the engine, and then last year we saw, sort of an in-game sequence, or at least rendered in engine. What are your hopes? What does Halo have to do? Obviously a legendary franchise. I think there's a big opportunity here for them, but it's a very competitive space with first-person action games right now. What do you want to see in a new Halo? What will convince you that Halo's back on top?
More Chief, less Locke. That's my number one.
I think we'll get that.
What are you playing today?
I think so too. I feel like that's something that they've really focused on, and I know that they got a lot of criticism for the story. And I'm actually, from what I've heard, Halo Infinite's development got pushed a little bit because they reworked the narrative after people were so upset about the Locke focus of the last game. Halo's an interesting one in that I don't want it to shift too far from classic Halo, because that's sort of been with me my whole life. But I would also, same token, like a story like an ODST. I really liked the way that was told. I feel like that's really unlikely, but I want a groundbreaking story. I want something that kicks me in the feels like Reach did or like ODST did. But with the lore and the nerdiness of probably a Halo 2, just as long as Chief's with me the whole way, I'm going to be good though.
Yes, as you said, a focus on Master Chief. In terms of the style of gameplay, Danny, we see kind of first-person games going in different directions, with co-op, with other sort of, aspects to it. The sandbox style of Halo is something that I think people really like, the skirmishes and whatnot in the gameplay. Does that still hold up in 2020, or what do you when you see this demo or gameplay footage, what are you going to be looking for that's going to cue to you like Halo's back?
Yeah, I think that's the big sort of question on this. When we first saw Infinite, it was around the time that big sort of shift into games as a service was happening, where games like The Division and, Destiny is obviously the sort of most obvious one. We're turning into these platforms that we're getting catered to with new content over and over and over again. And obviously the word Infinite sort of implies something along those lines. So I'm really interested to see, Halo when it first came around, and then when it had its sort of like soft reboot in a way with Halo 3, it's sort of like re-emergence. I feel like it was very much a game that was pushing both single player and multiplayer, and also just a lot of interconnectivity with different types of modes and stuff. So it's always been on this sort of bleeding edge of like gameplay design. And the other side of it that I'm really interested in is just how the Slipspace engine works, because they've had access to the hardware, or they've known what the hardware was going to be like longer than anyone. So really, we always look at the Forzas as the, beautiful showcases for new hardware, but I think in the same way, whatever we see from that gameplay is going to give us a real indication of just how good games can look on this system.
No, that's a great point. I think, as you said, this is hopefully going to be the high bar of, what we can look for visually and in terms of gameplay and the experience with it. Aaron, are you much of a Halo guy besides the Blink skin or something like that? What's going to convince you that this is the first person action game to get?
Well, for me, Halo's always all been about
how's that? Is that better?
Right? So like, I was never huge for the single player campaigns. I always played online, always played with friends. And the thing that I really hope is that there's sort of like a dedication.
I don't want to go too
to
low. I want you guys to be able to hear them.
Of Halo,
try not to
right?
talk
like,
too much.
I feel like every game nowadays is like heroes this, heroes that, and I love Overwatch, but if we're playing Halo, I want to go back to deathmatch. I want to go back to capture the flag, King of the Hill. Like I'm way into that kind of
that's better.
gameplay. So if they can like modernize that and make it still have that sort
anyway, I was saying,
like it feels new.
Gaming
it doesn't
PC.
feel like they're just re-releasing Halo or like Unreal Tournament or something.
Pretty awesome. We haven't really got to mess with it. I was just saying,
what can they do with multiplayer?
I've only really done one thing on it, and
there we
demo
go.
For
also, I did like Halo 5
Resident
multiplayer.
Evil
I was actually
3
okay with
remake,
that.
the newest
I
one.
am just more scared about kind of what you said, Danny, that they're going to
I wanted to test something where
fight a single player
on it
campaign,
now, but
which is a very
it was able to run
profitable thing
Resident
to
Evil
do.
3
So I get why studios want to do that, but I'm scared.
100% full settings.
Yeah, I know you said how they blend
graphics
single
rendering
multiplayer, and it sounds like they're talking about
150%,
campaigns. I don't know if we're even going to get much on the multiplayer. So you said how that's all going to blend together, and how they're going to kind of explain what it is, right? And that's part of the thing with these streams sometimes. we see lots of footage, but then we have all these questions afterwards about like, well, what is this? What are we actually seeing? Is that a co-op? Is that single player? So we will have Aaron Greenberg from Xbox is going to join us afterwards to break down some of what we see, and hopefully we'll get some information in the show as well about what they're doing with Halo. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We will all watch everything together here at the top of the hour. We are about 30 minutes away from the live Xbox Game Showcase. We don't know where it's going to start or where it's going to end, but the one thing we do know is that Halo Infinite is going to be there, and we've got the countdown clock up there as well, so you guys can wait with us. But we've got much more to talk about, and we've got some more world premieres to show you guys. Right now, we've got an update on a game that is coming out later this year. You just saw it at Ubisoft Forward. Here's a new look at Watch Dogs Legion.
Ladies and gentlemen, London is fucked. But don't worry, we've got our best man on the case. Because if anyone can fix this mess, it's this smooth bastard super spy. Oh. Well, looks like we're recruiting. It's a state of emergency.
Move in and lock down the city.
In the chaos, private armies have taken the streets.
Albion Security's contract has been extended indefinitely.
A crooked spy agency lurks in the shadows.
It's basic tradecraft. Want to sell a lie, weave it into the truth.
And organised crime has grabbed the old city by the bollocks.
The Kellys have got a human organ black market.
No, but I've got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I?
The government's literally letting Albion shoot us in the street.
You need to build a resistance. Recruit anyone in the whole city. And I really mean anyone. Genius hackers, hard grafters, idiots, everyday people with something to fight for, and something unique to offer. The right person for the job, or the ones you least expect.
The city needs a resistance, and it starts with you. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm in. Welcome to the Resistance.
Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Find them, recruit them. Welcome to the Resistance.
Has anyone on the stream played the first Watch Dogs?
All right, well, as we've mentioned quite a few times, we are going to get a first look at the campaign of Halo Infinite, and I asked a friend of mine what he wants to see in a brand new Halo. You may know Ninja for many things over the past few years, but he actually started and created quite a stir with all his awesome Halo gaming and gameplay back in the day. So without further ado, let's hear from Ninja about what he wants to see in a brand new Halo. Tyler, take it away.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm excited to see what Xbox has in store. And here's what I want out of Halo. If Halo Infinite can just give us a incredible campaign to close out just a classic series with a beautiful ending and a matchmaking / multiplayer system where the ranking system is unique and it works, and just really amazing iconic maps. I feel like a lot of people loved the Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3 maps that came out. It felt so fun, whether it be super bouncing from Halo 2, needing all the weapons off and learning all that in Halo 1, and just the flow of Halo 3. It was just something so incredible. Played all of them, I love them all, and if Halo Infinite can just get that down, get some of those things down, right? Give us amazing weaponry, right? Weapon gameplay, like the Halo 1 classic pistol, the Halo 2 battle rifle, the Halo 3 battle rifle, and sniper. I think that it'll be in a really good spot, and I'm just excited to see what they have in store, man.
All right, hold on.
Awesome. Well, we'll see how much of that comes true, hopefully at the top of the hour when we get a look at Halo Infinite. Thanks to Ninja for joining us on the show. Now it is time to get to another world premiere, a net new game that you haven't heard about. And this one comes from my home country, my home province of Ontario, Canada. I saw this and got excited about
Am I
just
louder
a brand
now,
new
or
game
am I
from a
too
smaller
loud?
studio that you haven't heard about, but I think looks pretty cool. Check out this world premiere.
Hello, is this good? Is this any better? If I need to go back down, I can. I just cranked it, and if it didn't actually get louder, then OBS is being really weird. I'm home when she lives next door, so I'll be there in 5 seconds. It's never sure.
Definitely some Stranger
sometimes
Things
even being at home
vibes to
doesn't
that
mean
one.
anything.
Echo Generation with the hockey smash. Very
There's many
exciting.
times
All
it's
right,
like, all
now
right,
it's
we
time
need
to
to
get
record this
to
video
another
today.
world
And we're like,
premiere.
okay, cool. It'll be
check
like,
this
all right,
out.
I'll be ready. I'll be over there in like.
Oh wait, we got
I'll be
YouTube
over there in like 2
creators
minutes.
first of all. Sorry.
And then it's
I
like
get
an
so
hour
excited.
later,
I think
and
there are more world premieres coming.
Shows up.
We do have more coming. Don't worry. But right now, actually, we're going to hear from a number of YouTube
both have
creators
kids.
around the world to hear what they're looking forward to from Xbox. Hopefully at the top of the hour. So let's check this out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Garu and I'm a content creator on YouTube, and today I'm so much excited for this Xbox event because with this we're gonna get ourselves the brand new Halo stuff. And I used to play Halo back in 2011 and 2012, and I just used to spend hours and hours making a map on Halo 3 than actually playing the game. Me and my friends, we used to be like, okay, let's just put that over there, let's put this over there, and literally we used to come back from
Someone's
school
at the
and we used to
front
mess
door.
around with maps and all that stuff. And it just used to be a fun game in general.
That might be him.
Can anyone forget
Him.
about these skulls? Like we used to have to
My
like, go
wife
ahead and collect
won't
them. Like
answer the front
I could
door.
go
She
in
never
for
does.
hours on
She'll probably
Halo.
text
Okay,
me to
'Cause
come
with
get
those
it, so I'm
skulls
just
we
gonna
could
go let
actually
him
go
in real
ahead
quick.
and try different stuff.
I'll be
And
back.
there just used to be so many variations in the game on its own. There used to be co-op. There used to be 1v1. King of the Hill, Juggernaut, and so many game modes in general. So I'm super excited for the brand new release of this game, because especially for content creators out there, there's gonna be so much stuff to make content on, especially, you know, there's gonna be campaign, and plus if you guys make content on multiplayer, we can go on replay file, on theater mode, and capture some cool moments that we actually had in the game. So I really wish in the brand new Halo we get ourselves the co-op game mode. With that, you know, the 1v1 still remains, and all the fun game modes that we used to have in Halo 3, I still wish those still remain, because that will definitely bring back a lot of memories. So yeah, my name is Garu, and hopefully you guys are excited for this brand new game and for the event. Peace out.
Hey guys, Middle Jesus here. Now I vividly remember buying my very first Xbox. I have it right here. It is the beautiful, translucent Halo Edition Xbox. When I first saw this machine, I absolutely fell in love with it. So ahead of its time, and so many great AAA games as well as hidden gems. And then when it came time for the Xbox 360, well, this was my machine of choice right here. I have the special edition E3 2005 faceplate on here. And check this out. This was back when you had to have an external Wi-Fi adapter. It wasn't built into the machine, but man, I have so many great memories playing awesome games on this. Now, when it comes to the Xbox One, I'll admit I was a bit late to the party on that one, but I eventually did pick up the Xbox One X. You see the Gears edition here. And I have to say, I was blown away by this. It's excellent hardware, and the games are absolutely amazing on it. And so, from what I've seen so far of the Xbox Series X, it appears that Microsoft's going all in on powerful hardware and performance. Plus, they've added a bunch of first-party developers over the last couple of years, and there is that awesome backwards compatibility. which is important for collectors like me. So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be pretty cool, and I want to learn more.
Hola amigas, amigos, yo soy Antrax. Wow, Halo, qué recuerdos tengo con este título, con este juego. Hizo mi infancia la más divertida de todas. Recuerdo que con el Halo 3 la campaña me la pasé en todos los modos posibles, en solitario y con amigos. El modo en línea, una chulada, lo mejor del mundo. Después con el Halo Reach lloré con la campaña, las cinemáticas son perfectas. Con Halo 4 recuerdo que en mi primer trabajo entré a trabajar para poder pagar el juego. Y entonces eso me ha causado una gran felicidad todo el tiempo con Halo. Es un juego que hizo mi infancia, mi adolescencia, y estoy seguro que lo voy a jugar hasta que me muera. Y lo que se viene con este nuevo nueva entrega, estoy seguro que va a ser lo mejor.
Hey, Summer Game Fest audience, Lamar Wilson here, and here are the 5 games that I'm looking forward to them announcing today. So the first one is Halo Infinite. Now, I came into Halo late with Halo 5. I know. But I love it so much that I can't wait to see what's next. Then there's a new game from Rare called Everwild. It just looks amazing and breathtaking. I have no idea what the game's about, but I want to see it. Number 3, I definitely want to see a Gears 6. This is going to be a game that's really about revenge and taking the Horde out at the center, at the literal core, hopefully for the final time. Now, number 4, since we're talking about Gears, why not a Lego's Gears Saga? You know, they did the Funko Pop thing on mobile, but what about Lego? Like, I would actually like to play that, so they need to announce that today. Finally, Cuphead 2. I know. Now, Cuphead 1 tore me a new one. It's one of the most unforgiving games ever, but for some reason, I just want more. Why do I want more? Man, am I crazy? Yes. Yes, I am.
Lamar fully decked out his Xbox gear, ready for the show, and it was so cool to have gamers from around the world joining us from India and Mexico, and obviously here in the United States, because one of the things I think we found this year more than ever is that games bring us together, and people are watching all around the world. So I want to say hello to everyone watching this special event, where hopefully we're all just going to be excited about games as we watch through it. And the stream is coming up in about 18 minutes. You can watch it live right here on this feed. We're going to go right into it, and then immediately afterwards, we've got our exclusive post show with guests, some of the developers featured in the showcase.
Ivan, is that better?
From Xbox will be joining us to answer questions, and we'll also have some creators join us as well to grade, see how Xbox did based on our expectations, and we'll also do a poll on Twitter, so make sure to vote on that. But right now, it is time to get to another world premiere. This is a sequel to a game that if you watch YouTube Let's Plays and YouTube gaming videos, you've probably seen. Check this out.
So, hopefully that didn't have a negative effect.
I did.
We obviously just don't want our.
Hello, neighbor.
We just don't want our voices to like overtake the game footage, especially when Battletoads is shown.
Are they showing Battletoads?
They have to. We haven't heard anything about it for like a year. I missed it. What are we watching right now?
Well, it showed the dude from Hello Neighbor. You remember that game?
Yes.
But I don't know if it's just showing, if it was just like a logo of him, meaning like it's the same game company, or if this is another game in that series. All I know is whoever's running this game stream, like the actual game stream itself, is keeps leaving that. While the games are going too. You hear it?
Got him. I don't know, I kind of like to throw out the door then run away. sketch. Wow, this is like Stranger Things type music right here. What the? Well,
Okay.
there you go. Dude, look at this stash. All Jake the Snake like. I'll tell you, Jordan, why don't you grow one of those? Haley would love that.
There it is. Hello, Neighbor 2. And we've got some more games still to come, and we are 14 minutes away from the start of the
You could just
showcase
put, like,
from Xbox. It's going to
dye
last
lights
almost exactly
in the
1
mustache.
hour. So there'll be
It's a
an
shade of
hour
black.
showcase in 15
Yeah.
minutes, and then our post-show afterwards. But right now, we're
Press
going to
1
take a
if you'd
look
like to see
at the
Jordan
ID
grow
at
a
Xbox
mustache.
program. A great program this week, actually. If you're on Xbox, there's a
2
Summer
if
Game
you're
Fest
undecided.
demo event. Over 70 games that you can download and preview for free. One of the big things I wanted to do with Summer Game Fest was give everyone a chance to play more games at home, and I want to thank the team at Xbox for putting that together
at the same time,
in these
you need-
unusual
it could
circumstances
just
where
be
we
them
don't
two
have big
people
consumer
watching their
events to
computer,
go and play
phones,
games.
whatever.
But
Headphones,
right now, let's
yeah.
take a look at ID at Xbox, and there are some glimpses.
Did you
of
try
new
this
games
out on
here
it?
as well? Check it out.
On this? Yes. On the PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, worked perfect. Just plugged in and.
I kind of want to go for the purple look at it. We could change that light too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, almost try to get this color on everything.
I don't know what games are coming either, but of the rumored ones, I'd be excited to see something about Fable. And I think it'd be cool if there was some type of. This has been a kind of a weird rumor that started floating around real recently. Well, not real recently. It's been talked about before, but there's been a few more things recently about Xbox and Nintendo possibly partnering up for some things. Maybe that means Games Pass on the Switch, or Xbox doing something more in Japan with Nintendo. I just think Nintendo does make some pretty awesome games, and I think
It's all rumors. I started those.
Yeah.
Wanted to see if they'd funnel out.
Yeah. I mean, I would just think that would mean more, just even more stuff for Xbox. Because to be honest, I think the only downside. I mean, every console has its good and bad. And I think the only downside on Xbox is that they struggle having a lot of exclusives. You know.
And RPGs.
Yeah, but that's a style thing. If you
Yeah,
don't
I
like
can-
RPGs, then that doesn't bug you.
No, I know. I mean, I kind of do hope they show more variety, though.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I joked around with Adam about maybe having a first-person shooter counter at the bottom of the screen. See that?
Same way they show.
Not that first-person shooters are bad. It's just that
No, I know.
that's almost most of their
There
exclusives.
you go, Shredder
tend to be
snowboarding
first-person
game. I
shooters.
missed my SSX, so that one looks really good. And lots of great games coming to the ID at Xbox program that we're excited about. All right, now though we have
I
a
would
pretty
think
cool
most people
brand
that
new
are
game to show you.
that
This
dedicated
comes
for
from a
first-person
legendary
shooters
game
would
creator.
rather go
And
for
when
a
I
PC
saw
game,
this
you know?
and the journey he wants to take us on with this
No,
game,
you don't
I
think so?
was really excited and
I'm
honored
just
to have the
joking.
opportunity to share this with you. So. This is a bit
still
of a
don't-
longer piece, but it takes you into the
still don't
world of a
understand
brand new
how
game
the new
from
Xbox
a
and
special
PlayStation
creator
are gonna be,
in
like,
Japan. Please check
As
this.
cheap as they are.
I don't understand.
Doesn't make sense.
either.
I will say that what they're saying does not necessarily mean they're going to be as good as what they're saying. Just because it has 13 teraflops, I just don't believe it's going to outperform
今日は
us.
皆様に不思議な不思議な物語をお届けに参ります
Regardless of what it says.
僕は現在スクエアエニックスにてファランカンパニーという新しいブランドを立ち上げましたそしてここにいる昔ソニックや
Doug,
ナイ
random
ツを一緒に
thought that I
作った大島
forgot
直
to
樹
ask
と
you
20年
on
ぶ
the
りにタッグを組
lightsaber
んで
that you
そのゲー
made
ムを作っています
at Disney
中さん
World,
が
which
スクエアエ
was
ニックス
incredible,
に
by
い
the
る
way.
と知った時はびっくりしました
First
僕
off,
も驚い
you
た
good solid choice on
し
the
かしこう
purple
してまた
and
一緒にタ
just
ッ
the
グを
build
組
in
んで
general,
ゲー
but
ム
I
を
was just
作れる
curious if
そし
the
て
quality
僕
of it
たち
actually
の
felt
得意と
pretty
するゲーム
decent
作り
for
とス
that
クエア
whole
エニ
thing.
ッ
It
ク
looked
スが
fun though.
得意とする
Just the whole
物
building
語
process
や
looked
音
like it
楽
was
とが
pretty
合わさり
entertaining.
誰も体
I'll
験した
definitely
こ
do
と
that
の
when
な
I
い
go. I was just
新しい
curious
ゲ
if it
ーム
actually feels
世界
like
中の
pretty
皆様
sturdy
にお
as
届
well.
けできることをとても嬉しく思います今日 僕たち
You
が
know, like
皆
how
様にお
Harry
届け
Potter
するの
World
は
has the whole
アクションゲームの全てを詰め込んだ
pick your
アクション
wand
ゲー
sort
ムオ
of
ブ
thing,
アクションゲー
but
ム
they've done it now at,
バランワ
at
ンダー
Disney
ワール
with
ドです
you're actually like
アクション
building
ゲー
your
ム
own
にミュージカルの世
lightsaber.
界
Like
観を持
you're
ち
kind
込
of
んで
picking
ボタン一つ
pick
で
the
たくさんの
crystal
衣装
to
能
go
力
there
を
for
使
the
い
color.
進んでいくゲームになります
And you actually pick every part of the handle, like the middle, the bottom, and
ネガティブな気持ちのバランスを
Doug
保ち
created
ながら
it. What the choices Doug made was I thought was
しか
pretty
しそ
solid
のバラン
choices.
スが崩れた時
But I was
あ
just,
な
it
た
just
は
looked
バラ
fun.
ンシアターに迷い込みます悩める12人のキャストたちの新象世界をあなたはさまざまなアクションを駆使して進んでいきますアクションの一つ一つが衣装に割り当てられておりその数はなんと80種類を超えます衣装を次々に着替えながら各ステージに散りばめられた謎を解きそしてネガティブな気持ちにとらわれてしまったキャストたちの心をあなたの手で取り戻してあげてください
本作は24言語に対応予定です Xbox One さらに Xbox シリーズ X にももちろん対応し片方のコンソールを持っていればどちらでも遊んでいただけるスマートデリバリーにも対応する予定です
So what you're saying is you don't want to fight your friends with it, like you are real tempted to do with pretty much every lightsaber that you have.
ワンダーワールドの世界で皆
I
様
don't
を
know how
お待
many
ちしています
lightsabers I bent up
最後
and
に
broke
今
as
日は
a
全
kid.
世界初公開の映像も
You had a
準備いたし
lightsaber
ま
and I had a
すので
lightsaber.
ど
We
う
could
ぞ
probably
ご覧
do
くだ
one.
さい It's show
Just don't use a
Would we
baseball
want
bat.
to? I
First
don't know if we'd want.
lightsaber.
I don't know if we'd want to with an expensive one. Oh, this might be good. Is that Square Enix?
Balan Wonderworld.
I think this is what they were just
Strange and
talking about.
mysterious land that you visit when you come to a turning point in life.
You just had more RPGs, and this could be, you know. Seriously, they keep leaving that music going on. I'm not a fan of it. 3D action platform. So not an RPG. It's still cool. It just kind of had the. It's just this art style just made me think it was gonna be an RPG for a second.
Over 80 different costumes, unlocking unique actions and
80 different costumes. I was gonna say if they said just 70, I wasn't gonna buy it. But if they said 80,
So I wonder if they're going to announce, and they might have already said this at the beginning while I was getting the camera set up. What if they're about to announce that all of these games you can play for free right now, or at least a demo of them? So I don't know if you guys heard, this is the Summer of Games, or Summer Game Fest live stream or pre-show. The Summer Game Fest live stream, and right now Summer Games Fest has over 60 games, 60 game demos at least, new game demos on Xbox that you can play for free, like this week. Yeah, just 60.
Look into your hearts to discover
look,
what's
this
most
is
precious.
Doug's lightsaber after it was complete. Yeah. But he literally picked that in the hand. Look, they give you this, lay down this tray that looks like a lunch tray that you had in elementary school with different parts. And then you just start putting it together what you want.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That would be a lot
And that's
of
after
fun.
you pick the crystal, I know.
There it is, the announcement of Balan Wonderland. Nights was such a special and important game to me. I want to thank Nakasan and Square Enix for sharing that world premiere announcement with us here on the pre-show. There's even more good stuff, though, coming up at the top of the hour. We are just 6 minutes away, so we're going to have another group join us here as we count down in the final 5 minutes. We got Matt Pat joining us live from the Game Theorist headquarters.
It's over. I could check out right now. I am sold. Balan Wonderworld, #1 game. Over. Stand aside, Halo Infinite. that was what I needed to see.
I was gonna say I was pretty excited when we got that. I'm like, okay, this pre-show is gonna be pretty good. That's an exciting announcement. Yeah, just to have those guys back doing that. So yeah, I agree with you, Pat. All right, we've also got JD Witherspoon joining us. What's up, Ron? How you doing?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. I'm looking at this countdown for the showcase, and I'm ready to put my helmet on and get it going. But I'm like, let's talk real quick.
I was gonna say we got 5 minutes, and joining us also is Allegra Frank from Vox. Allegra, how you doing?
Hey, I'm really good now. Like
music in the
after
background.
Balan Wonderland.
It
I
makes
was
sense
mad.
right
Yo,
now.
that's it. That's the end of the show for me.
When they're just like talking.
Yeah, I find it kind
We
of strange.
done, yeah.
Maybe
No,
it's
it
just
was
like,
nice, happy,
you know, there's the
uplifting
same song
meeting
on
like that,
repeat,
so that was,
and it's
yeah,
been a
pretty good
repeat
way
for like an
to
hour,
end
and you're
the
like,
pre-show.
oh gosh,
Hopefully
why has this
means
been
there's
repeated?
even more
That's
big
what's happening right now
surprises
for me.
coming in the main show. And let's talk about
I
this.
don't know, I
You
think
guys
it's-
are gonna
I think
join
it's just
us
a little
afterwards
loud.
as well to react to what we see.
I think it's just
So
a little loud
Let's
for-
kind of get the preview.
for
Balan
them.
Wonderland.
But I mean, we
what,
were having trouble with
what
audio
else?
too,
What do
so
you
who
guys?
knows? They might
What's
be
gonna?
just-
Let me put it this way. What does Microsoft
Sometimes
need
it's
to do
hard
to
to
get
tell
an
how
A
loud
from you?
music is compared to your voice when
Watching
you're
this
doing this, I
conference.
guess.
So what's it gonna
But-
take? Let's start with you, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, to me, we all know Halo Infinite is the big gem in their crown, right? Like that's
kinda like
the
it.
piece that they're selling the killer app. That is their killer app. But to me,
I was okay
you
with
know,
the
as
first
a
15
mild
minutes.
Halo fan, I want to see what is the other thing that's going to get me to buy this system in
You
particular.
gotta get this.
And
You gotta match
if
it
it's
up.
not a neon green skin like we saw
All
for the
This
prior
just
keeps
Xbox
changing
generation,
I know.
to
We need-
coat
but
that
this
big,
can't
like,
too, but it'd be
obelisk
cool
that
if we
you're
just
buying
got it
with
all.
Xbox Series X. Balan Wonderland or Balan Wonderworld might have sold it for me. It looks like exactly the sort of game that I need in 2020, that the world needs
Why
in
does this
2020,
D-pad feel
and it
better?
hits me right in the nostalgia.
It does.
So
It's very
I
weird.
needed another
And I don't.
killer app for
I mean,
this
I think
system,
everyone
and that
that's
might
here
be
probably has.
Wow. All right.
Sorry, we missed that. What did he
You
say?
guys are done in the pre-show. I like it. There are already high marks.
Guys-
JD, what we know we're going to see Halo. Seems
I
like
don't-
you're
I know
sufficiently
everyone
hyped
has
if
different
you've got your
opinions
Master
on
Chief
the
helmet.
Xbox controllers.
Can I see
What's
it?
it going to take to get an
Yeah.
A from you in the post-show grade?
I thought we're just showing the.
Well, I
No,
mean,
no, they can see
obviously
us.
Halo,
We're
I would
on
love
the
for them
screen.
I get
to
it. I get
Halo
it. I
Infinite
had
and
no
use
idea.
it to be showcased the same way they showcased Halo
he just
2
got louder.
from the E3 2005 world
but
premiere. I remember that. They did
This
the gameplay
D-pad
mixed
on
in with
this
cutscenes.
Phantom
And
Magenta
then, I mean,
feels different than the
I
other
think I
Xbox
believe we talked
controllers,
about
and I
Fable
kind of
a
like
little
it.
bit
It's
earlier.
like
I
a
believe Fable 4
softer.
would be great. I don't know
Yeah.
if they
It's
never-
softer
no,
touch,
kind of
not
like
as
a
clicky.
Sure, I
It's
have
kind
to
of
go
like a
back.
spongy.
And then for me
Yeah.
personally,
feeling.
I want a new Matrix
Like
video.
if you've
game.
ever
I
touched
know
a
that no one
sponge,
in the
it feels
chat
nothing
wants
like
that,
this.
But hey, remember
But
Enter the
this
Matrix?
is more
That was fire.
spongy
Remember that
Yeah.
bullet time?
than the
Yo, bring
regular
that
Xbox.
back.
It looks like
I remember that.
Right now.
Intersected with the movies
Definitely
and
the best.
stuff. Yeah, all right. That's
Also-
a solid
360 controller
prediction.
felt,
We're
or
gonna get
360.
So
New
it's
Matrix. Keanu. They used Keanu last year, so you never know. Bring him back again.
My favorite.
Allegra, I know you're excited about Balan, what they're doing. What else will it take?
we're gonna lower
to-
their volume here.
to hype you
Alexis,
up
if you're out there, I hope you're
grade?
enjoying yours as much as
Right,
we're
I mean,
enjoying ours.
everything that's exciting
So,
me in
this thing,
show is
guys?
pretty much what I would also
The
want.
quiche.
Well, this is the Jungle
Which is
Cat.
Oh.
And the Kishi.
Interesting sort of
We are
inventive,
posting another
newer
video today
IP. I'm
at
not a
12:15
big, Halo
Central Time.
nerd
So
or
literally
Watch
probably like
Dogs or just
right
anything
after
with
the
a
Xbox
number
stream
after
stopped.
it, unless it's some like bizarre
Xbox
number that has
stream
nothing to
stops.
do with the game.
Where
Like, if
we're
it's a sequel,
testing
I'm pretty much out,
PS4
but
remote play with
I
it.
would love to see
It doesn't
more
work.
from,
Or does
Tell
it?
Me
It
Why.
might.
If I don't know,
But it
I
might
would
not.
love to see
But it
some
probably does.
actual
But
It-
I think it
gameplay
probably
and a
does.
Good emphasis on that.
We
because
may
it
or
really
may
brings
not
an
have, but
interesting
definitely
diversity
did
to Xbox.
play
it
Ghost
may.
of Tsushima
General, I
pretty
like to be really
consistently
surprised
and
whether or not
good
it's
on it.
Some
Or maybe we
Final
didn't.
Fantasy exclusive that's making its way onto
But yes,
the
it's-
Xbox, for the first time.
it's pretty sweet.
Or
So-
just
It
some
is.
game we've
So
never
that'll be
heard
up
of
right
before
after
from some
this.
small
We may have
indie
or may
studio.
have not
That's always
played
what makes it
Spider-Man on it.
Also, Keanu Reeves, if he shows up
We
again.
definitely did
really great.
not play
Do it.
Spider-Man.
Hey, you never know.
It
I think
worked
he's in
great.
Berlin filming Matrix, but
Or
hey,
it
it's virtual,
didn't.
so anyone can. This thing is this year. Anyone can show up because around the
Just
world world
Call
we
'em
can connect
in.
people, and it's so different.
It
talking
actually
with you
was.
guys,
It's
you know, with
it works
5,000
very
people
well.
It really does. If you have good internet connection where you are, it works super well.
It's very determined on your internet for like the actual remote play portion of it, but the controller itself, when the internet is good, the controller has no lag or issues that I could tell. Like, it worked very well, especially the Kishi, because the Kishi directly connects to your phone. It's not Bluetooth like the Jungle Cat is. So it was like It didn't feel any different than playing the actual PlayStation. Like it felt exactly like your normal controller would.
The sticks were the most impressive part on that thing. On both.
Yeah.
It's
On
gonna
both
be
the
Halo,
jump
which
pads.
for someone who doesn't
They're
really
both
care
different, but
about
they're both
Halo, I
nice.
would love, 'cause I
By the way, even though the Ninja Turtles toy hunting today was a bust, this was not finding this Blockbuster T-shirt at Target yesterday.
We got Ballad.
Just throwing it out there.
The fun is that
It's like, when you can't find Ninja Turtles, you find Blockbuster. I'm trying to make it a Blockbuster night in the basement today and finish the Dolby Atmos theater.
I miss Blockbuster.
Everwild,
I know.
Psychonauts. Those are games that
It's
we
just-
know
it
they're
was
making.
fun.
I just got done talking to John yesterday about how he said, I can't find anything to watch on Netflix. And I said, dude, I'll sit there for 30 minutes and nothing. And then I'm just like, why did I waste 30 minutes? And then he said, Victor tells me today, well, Starsky and Hutch is on there. And I go, okay, cool. I'm going to spend $15 a month to watch Starsky and Hutch over and over.
Featured in the show.
Do
we're
it.
gonna have interviews with them and Xbox's Aaron
I know.
Rodriguez
Yes.
will be joining us live
It's
to
incredible.
break down some of the news. So enjoy it.
Blockbuster
Watch
was
it
just
live
awesome.
here. The Xbox Game
It was weird. There was something. There's just something special about walking around the store looking through a million games. And hey guys, we're actually going to jump off of this stream and go to the actual Xbox stream. Because I have a
will
feeling.
that kick us off?
No, I just did it already.
I know.
I just feel like it will be a better quality because it's coming straight from Xbox and not a stream of a stream. Because that was the pre-show, and now they're going to be streaming this stream. So I figured, why not go for the official stream?
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good call.
or else we'd be streaming a stream of a stream of a stream.
It's crazy how bad these streams look sometimes.
I think it's just because there's 1,000 people trying to watch it at the same
Yeah.
time. The bandwidth gets low. I am going to turn. I know this is what everyone's waiting for, so I am turning the audio up for the stream a little more. If you let us know if you think it's too loud or not loud enough, because we do want you to actually see the
Because if
games.
need be,
you know?
we can talk like this
We definitely want
the
you
rest of the time.
But yeah, we definitely want you to be able to see the games, you know.
All
and
right,
hear
here we go.
'em.
Here we go. Oh, it's Terminator. I feel like this has to be Halo, but I don't know if they're also faking us out like it is in space.
is now complete.
Someone tells me it might just be an Xbox Series X.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war
It's
to
the
come,
Power Glove. They're bringing it to Xbox.
I must remind myself. Liquid crystal cannot rise on its own.
Wait. Is it a
Titanium
Destiny?
alloy cannot prevail in the face of extinction.
The circle behind him just made me.
This could still definitely be Master Chief's
Armor
suit. I'm just
cannot
joking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we all knew this was coming.
Did you see what Jared
Yes.
said? It is a
all
steal,
means
Jared.
Nothing. Until you step inside.
Show us some footage. I want to see some gameplay footage.
He did it.
Am I dead already? I
Would you
must
be
be. I mean,
thoroughly confused if you
this is
weren't starting
punishment,
to play
right?
it?
I would be very confused.
How are they doing this? Oh, whoa.
Yep, this is death. No! No! No, 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 no! This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on.
The facial animations don't look all that great for. It could be the stream, obviously, but
What they showed a second ago, it showed one face that looked really, really good. Yeah.
No, no, you. I can't stand this. Who you are? Breathe. No, you don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything. We're. Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw Condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get
That'd
away
be
from
crazy.
here. Far away.
Wait here.
That would be sweet.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
I'm pretty sure he just said, I know I saw cornrows over there.
When I get back, we can look. Together.
So maybe someone's doing someone's hair?
Oops. Okay, big guy.
Oh, here we go. Getting some gameplay.
Looks like Halo.
I don't think it is. It still could be something else.
That's true. Wow, nice turn.
I don't know why it just reminded me. I'm gonna just be completely honest. I actually haven't played a Halo game in a while. I used to annoy my friends all the time when we did, because I'd always just try to find one of the vehicles and just drive it all over the place and run into people. Like,
That's one way to do it. That looks like a fun jump.
which probably didn't help me because I was terrible at the game, because I never actually tried to get good. I just wanted to jack it.
Kind of hope this is coming to PC as well. Sure will at some point, but
I hope
sweet
a
if-
demo comes to PC today. If that happens, we'll stream it.
I love sticking grenades to people. It's so fun. I mean, I'm getting this, obviously. Dude, Jared, I was seriously gonna say, is this bug snacks to be stupid? But I thought it was too stupid, so I didn't say it.
Oh, I
Just kidding.
actually already planned at some point to say if Xbox doesn't bring bug snacks or something of the equivalent.
Over. That's
Yeah,
Jared.
PlayStation wins. No, you're good. I just was adjusting my legs, which made me bump into your chair.
Nice ankle shot. That gun looks really fun.
Jared, you know Trevor right now, like, I've never seen anything better in my life. This is like better than when I had my first child, when I got married. This is so good right now.
Quite a bit of gameplay in this. More like that. There hasn't been a grappling hook in any other Halo, has there? Is that new?
I can't remember if it's in the last one, honestly.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people are broken, scattered, hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard. Die well.
What a speech. What a speech. Jared, are you telling me he's not going to play Halo Infinite? Is he literally just doing Battle Royale? Alright guys, what'd you think?
We hope you enjoyed your first look at Halo Infinite's. I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects, displayed with 10 times the processing power per pixel of Halo 5. This will be running at a flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Pretty much.
World premiere.
Did you know the new Spider-Man's going to be 4K at 60 frames?
Is it really?
It did look really fun though.
Did they jump to another game? That real quick here.
It's giving me Tomb Raider vibes. I kind of think it's fun to play games in the snow for some reason. Like, remember Metal Gear Solid, the footprints? Wait.
Oh man.
not expecting that to be State of Decay. I'm definitely not on New Game 7. I think I beat the game 3 times, personally. Jared, I think, has only beat it once.
Welcome,
I
everyone,
don't even know
to
if
the
Jared
Xbox
finished the
Game
last boss
Showcase.
yet. Jared, did you?
Today, we're showing games from 9 of our 15 Xbox Game Studios, including unveils of 5 new first-party games. What you will see today is how Xbox Game Studios are harnessing their passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe that how you find and play your games is as important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in development on the next Forza Motorsport. And Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
World premiere.
Yeah, it definitely looks fun. I've kind of felt like Halo's been feeling a little outdated as of late, but that looked like pretty entertaining with the different gun types, and it's obviously a fun, fast-paced game. I'm excited because I haven't really got into a Halo since Halo 2. I loved Halo 1 and 2.
Banjo-Kazooie.
It's time. It's time. It's gotta be Battletoads, right?
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it.
Not, maybe?
Or Banjo-Kazooie.
But only a
Nope,
few
it's definitely not.
truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey.
That game.
In the symmetry of ritual.
Yeah. The two with the couple.
Yes, it looks like this. Apparently it's
In the
not
bonds
exclusive.
we share.
It's free to play right now on Xbox. At least the first section.
And in moments of stillness.
I always think it's cool when someone can pull
It
off a
teaches us to look
realistic
beyond the expected.
color
To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world. Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few
Actually never played it,
truly
just based on
feel
the
it.
Look. This may be kind of like the story in the Pine Forest thing.
Yeah, that one's like all on it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I only saw like screenshots of it. Everwild. You're right. You're right.
Everwild will give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like Everwild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive
It's
thank
just
you
funny,
to
like
everyone
that
who's shown their
she
support
in the environment
and
looks
love,
exactly like who I would have
and for
thought
the
would have made that game.
incredible, awesome, positive community
It's like you
that's
wouldn't have thought
already
that. It's like
growing
just when they
around
bring it to
this
the
game.
studio, it's like,
Thank you,
okay,
thank you,
that
thank
looks
you.
just like the type of studio you would have making that game.
Yep.
Like they wanted to really get into the just the peaceful, neat nature, like esque.
I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah. It doesn't matter that they don't believe us.
Life is strange.
We all believed that
Life
what
is
happened that
weird.
night was
Side
self-defense.
story.
That'd be funny if they just keep
But we
making those
couldn't
but
be
different.
sure.
Like life is kind of sketch.
Life is different.
It doesn't matter that they kept us
Life
apart.
is normal.
Brother,
Just
I
kidding.
know
sister,
exactly.
look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that
Life
finding
is
the
awkward.
truth feels impossible.
It's a sweet disco ball in the bedroom.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're my brother. And the only way to move is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window. She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I actually really liked the first Life is Strange.
I can't do this.
Or you told me like the beginning was good, but you weren't like too into the.
Tell me why he ain't nothing but. That's.
Wow, you heard it here.
It's a game based on that Backstreet Boys song. No, the very first Life is Strange was really good. I haven't played through. There's like a million extra.
Hey
like,
everyone, my name is Gennady.
episodes
I'm the
and
co-founder
stuff
and
they
director of
added that were,
technology
like,
at Moon
shorter
Studios.
games
Today
and-
we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X. We are now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and frame rates previously absolutely impossible on any console. An already gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation,
I like how they slow
super
it down
crisp,
to make
sharp
it
image,
look like 60
and low
isn't
input
smooth
latency, which is
anymore.
just so important for the tight and precise
Like at
platforming
normal
feel
speed, 60
of this
still looks
game.
pretty smooth.
We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using premium
the stream
audio
is
tech
only at 60
that we
frames a
previously
second
just could
anyway,
not
so-
simulate in real time.
That's where they had to.
And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't wait for all of you to experience this very special version of Ori coming to Xbox Series X with smart delivery later this year.
Do you have Bloodborne 2? Are you holding out a copy for us?
What if it switched and it's gonna be on Xbox?
From the furthest reaches of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid.
Are you sending us a virus,
A
Ivan?
sordid
I'm not
stopover.
clicking on that trash.
Full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills.
Kind of reminds me a little of like
Danger. Intrigue.
like the first
A word
Bioshock.
of
a little
advice
bit.
before you go, Captain?
Do you see that?
Trust no one.
Only like more funny looking.
What will you find on Gorgon?
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
I haven't played that one yet either. I've heard the Outer Worlds is really good.
Yeah, Jared won't talk. He hasn't even played it, but Jared just keeps talking about it.
If you're waiting
I downloaded it the other day.
for the biggest game of the year,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest,
What a great
we've
intro!
got you covered. From Obsidian Entertainment, the makers of
It's pretty much
games
like it's
that
what
are
the game
nothing
of the
like
year.
this
Wait
one.
for Cyberpunk. But if
This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
that's crazy. I'm kind of digging this.
That was a great.
Don't even know what.
beginning.
Yeah.
No, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids video game edition.
Pretty much.
At Obsidian, we're dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do
I'm tired,
every day
feel like I
when we
had 4
come to
hours
the
sleep.
office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together. Oh yeah, if you've been wondering, we have been working on that
that
next
a-
big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Oh.
Was that a battle?
World premiere.
Figure
Yeah.
I did hear rumors about this.
We have always known war.
Here it is.
It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes.
I'm gonna be pretty disappointed if we don't see
Now our
something
oaths
about
are
Battletoads.
lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
I meant the magic.
Is an oath.
Those arrows
worth
do
the
have
weight
range.
of a crown.
Arrowed. Is that what it says? Oh, avowed.
Interesting.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian
that's what I thought.
Entertainment
It looked
joined
like Eora,
Xbox Game
or Eora.
Studios, they told us
I've only been
that
there
this
once.
epic game
That's how it
is
looks.
the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best. And it is being built from the ground up to take full
Oh,
advantage
man, those
of
have
the power
long
of
range.
Xbox Series X. At
So
Xbox
basically,
Game Studios,
that was
we
3
also
Obsidian
work
games
with
in a row.
independent
They've been busy.
developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
Oh, so this is not for Avowed anymore.
World premiere.
She said the American Southwest. I was like, that was in America?
Fortune, fortune, smile and fade. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now, cannot wait. But when I look, you're not around.
We were on our way to start a new life that summer. For our family, it was just a stopover.
For mine, it was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence? No. It was a long-forgotten secret, buried in the dark.
All my life, I've been scared of the shadows. But now, I'm finally ready to step into the light. I got your letters.
I'm very interested as to how that game actually plays.
Yeah.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December.
Okay,
An
has anyone
incredible
else played
3.5
Hellblade?
million players have now experienced
I
Senua's
played
story
the first-
in Hellblade
well,
Senua's Sacrifice.
I played the
We're
original.
excited
This
to
is
start giving
another
you an
one, but-
insight into what comes next for
Dude,
our
it-
Celtic Warrior.
it
An
tripped me out. Like,
experience
there was
that
a
we'll
lot
be
of times
building
that game
in
gave me
Unreal Engine
headaches.
5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland. And you can find out more about our location scouting and how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
What was the name of the singing group from the Netflix show?
What?
Something Saga? Fire Saga?
Fire Saga.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
I forgot to tell you, sorry, random thought that I think Eric was wanting to come over today, but I didn't know if you. We probably can't anyways. We could do that, I guess, probably didn't. I don't.
Well, I actually have to be at the gym tonight.
I gotcha. So yeah.
Peter. He's on the line
What?
here.
Peter? He's been sitting there the whole time?
Hey, who wrote the song?
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
Very much.
It's gonna be fun
Look
to
at
sing
that
it.
beard, man. In all
Now
its
it's time
glory.
to-
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place. Lost alone, neither skin nor bone. Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown. At the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started molecule through my cosmic eye. Senses are the magic keys. They fill the holes I've had, unlocking all my memories, which I never.
No, it does look like that. Yeah.
Hey, I showed the kids game.
And Kevin, is the stream like cutting in and out for you?
We can't wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios, and there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members,
Are you guys experiencing
Destiny
that on
2
Twitch,
will
or
also
is
be
that
playable
just
on
YouTube
mobile
you're seeing that?
from the cloud. Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2
I don't know how to
that is
fix that, but
optimized for
it's just
Xbox
right now.
Series
I don't
X.
think there's anything we can.
4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
We could go down to like 540p, maybe, but I don't know if that would.
I've seen terrible things
probably
born
not.
out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer. It's time to step beyond the light.
No, Kevin, I'm getting that on YouTube as well.
We're actually pretty smooth right here. Yeah.
Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of
Are you
games
guys
to
seeing
life
that on Twitch,
like
though,
never
Ivan?
before. Unique perspectives, unexpected innovations, and fresh voices that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World premiere.
I mean, we're showing that good on OBS and everything.
Huh. Interesting.
Any setting, the only settings I could think that would change it would be to either drop the frame rate or change the resolution, which we can't do without stopping the stream completely. It's probably Twitch. I've actually read before that Twitch, especially when they know big streams are happening, they'll prioritize most of their bandwidth to, like, Xbox is probably getting like 90% of their like bandwidth right now, and everyone else has to share the rest.
I'm confused if it's Twitch, how come it's happening on YouTube?
YouTube might do the same thing, I don't know. Or just a lot of people are trying to watch the same, like, the
We're
Xbox
not getting
stream.
that same issue here.
I guess that is true.
That's my point.
World premiere.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not sure what that issue is right now.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigations. Our recon squad has been sent into sub-level 6 of the Hive to determine the full extent of the unrest.
Huh?
It's being kind of weird.
I'll know more when they make it back. If they make it back.
Huh.
Do you want me to try and change something and stop and...
Do you have any idea? Do you have any
I
idea
have
what
something
you
that
think it might be?
could help it. Should I?
What time is it? I mean...
11:43? No.
We'd have to cut down the whole stream, right?
Yeah, I'd stop the whole stream.
When you were born, something changed. My heart could not
Okay.
contain.
Alright, guys.
It might just be a lot of people trying to... A lot of people on YouTube and Twitch right now trying to all watch things, you know?
With every passing day, the winds might grow stronger and carry us away, but we will hold on to joy to light the way, to keep the reminder that love does not escape. I'm yours forever. There is no end in sight for us, nothing could measure the kind of
might be when you're trying it live, because I paused this for a second when we were talking there. So I'm like a minute behind where you are on the stream, like a minute behind where it's live, and now I'm really smooth on my phone.
That looks interesting.
World premiere.
So if it's staying smooth when you're a little bit behind, I would say that means it's probably being recorded and streamed smoothly. It's just struggling on the other end.
Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Wow. Hold on, let me check.
Find anything good?
Rex, you're not gonna believe this. Ouch! What the?
Oh. Okay, yeah, something weird's going on now. That's actually, like, on us. Hey. What if this is actually...
Alrighty.
What if this was actually part of the stream? It's like a big joke. You've seen those, like, Instagram posts where they put the loading thing, and so you click on it thinking it's, like... The gunk. I guess we're only streaming at 720, so why don't we just do this? Maybe this will help us out here. Just with overall internet bandwidth from on our end too.
It all starts with a dead girl. A forest. The moon. Scent of pines. And then the gunshot. Every story has two sides. A regular, rational one, but also a darker and deeper truth. Not unlike a nightmare. I can see both. Worse, I can live them.
It's very Silent Hill-like.
Hello? Anyone there?
A little bit like the game can go. It kind of has
What is this place?
weird stuff like that.
Interesting. Yeah, the atmosphere definitely looks
World
like it's there.
premiere.
Like there's atmosphere. Definitely looked creepy. Sega.
What?
That looks cool.
That looks fun. Guys, there's made me think of this. Who else agrees that every game needs a paraglider now after Breath of the Wild, or some form of it? I'm cool with shiny shoes that make you float like he just did. Like, that's cool too.
Oh, that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me a Xenoblade vibe, but with like a little bit faster pace. Almost like a mixture between Astral Chain and Xenoblade. Probably so. It does look fun. Watching the high jump.
No, the battle system looks
You
really
know, I'm
cool. I
getting
mean,
a
it doesn't
little
really like
sick.
show, but like,
Yeah. I'm getting sick of regular adventures. I'm ready for true adventures.
yeah. Oh, this is Phantasy Star Online. What?
PC.
You're gonna get to do something.
Luis Torres. I've seen your future. Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
Destiny chose me to save this world. And I will see it done.
Blacklist, we make our own path. We protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
Soon, the entire world will burn, all because of him.
The ghost is here!
If it actually lets you control the glide, that'd be fun. Yeah, so we've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, which, by the way, if you haven't played the game,
Today,
fantastic.
you saw 10 world premieres
when we climb up
and
like mountain
22
cliffs, we're like,
console
wow, it'd
launch
be really cool to
exclusives.
have a hang glider
Game
right
Pass
about
members
now.
can play
Breath of the Wild
every
2
game
spoiled
you have
me with
seen
hang
today
glider.
from Xbox Game Studios
Anyways,
and
the game's
all of our
fantastic.
partners in the subscription or free to play. This is just a peek at some of the new titles coming to Xbox Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
World premiere.
Here it is, guys. The moment you've been waiting for. We predicted this. Just kidding.
Bug Snacks is coming to
Yep.
Xbox.
Yep.
Oh, Fable.
The world
what everyone's
is
been
filled
wanting.
with stories. The
That's
world
what everyone's
is
been
filled
wanting.
with stories of your treacherous
Because
villages
we
and
were together all the time, so I played it with him.
places
So
where
I never
nature
personally like owned it and played through it, but we played it a lot.
live in perfect harmony. Not all stories have happy endings.
Just got real.
But yours has yet to be written.
Yeah.
So is that it?
Yeah, it's good to see Fable because what is it? I can't remember how long it's been since we've seen a Fable.
Was that seriously a? Is it just?
No Battletoad mentioned. When the heck is that game coming out?
Is it actually a new Fable?
At the very end of all this, they're like, price at $199, only $200.
That'd be ridiculous.
I keep thinking $5.99 for some reason, but
That seems likely.
even then, it's like how?
Oh, just because of what's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people think $4.99 or lower. I'm like, that's not even possible.
I don't know. I'm sure everyone would love that. I mean, I'd love that too. It's just the hardware they're claiming is in it. I feel like it's gonna be hard for it to be much lower than $5.99. If somehow it is, then maybe, you know, maybe they really are just hoping that they.
You're welcome.
They really are just hoping that they make most of their money on games, you know?
No, thank you for showing.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you.
What did they put? You're welcome for showing.
Alright, guys, what did you think so far?
Go get it, Doug.
Doug, you got this, dude.
You got it. Find them all.
Yeah, just go to him and be like, hey, I know
Find
you
all
got
of
them. They'll be like, what do you got?
They're
what
in
are
the
you
back.
talking about? You know you have them.
You
Bring
know
'em
that.
out. I just hope you're not expecting to be there and it's just there.
Let's just. I just hit a weird button. Oh, we're just gonna jump to another video apparently.
That's how it does it.
That's what it does. Yeah, and then
And
we're
we're
gonna
back,
play
my
it.
friends,
Okay.
with another episode of...
Sorry.